38. One of 3 Pescenti brothers on the team. His other brother, a backup on the offensive line, is 2 inches bigger, and then they have a younger brother, Tim, who's bigger than all of them. He's 6'7".
You see, Blair Thomas wasn't sure whether to go up inside or not. He decided to go outside. Temple strung it out, and you had Parker come up, and Pescenti was there also.
Only a yard on the play. 3rd down and 9. Green will move in motion now. Kisner rolls this way. Looks to the end zone. Can't get rid of the ball. He's bumped off of his feet and out of bounds. Out at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Pescenti who came forward to apply the pressure. The loss on the play.
Well, they put a man in motion and tried to flood the area. Rolled out Kisner to the right. You'll see it here. Blair Thomas is leading there. He just can't find anybody open. It looked like the hook man, well, down inside for a second, but wise decision. Don't take a chance this early in the game.
Eric Eats will have about a 42-yard field goal attempt coming up. He had his best of 48 last week. With the win, Eats' kick is up. It is good.
The Pennsylvania State University is the grantor of the telecast rights to Penn State football. Any rebroadcast, retelecast, retransmission, or any other use of this game or the Penn State football show or any part thereof without the express written consent of the university is prohibited.
We move to further action with Temple in control of the football. Trey Bauer once again out of uniform for Penn State. 2nd straight week that a pinched nerve has kept him on the sidelines. They are back very close to the original line of scrimmage, so it's 3rd down and 10. Lone setback this time is McNair. They are definitely in a passing formation here. Let's see if he puts it up. He will. Thompson straight back. Rolls away from pressure. Pass is complete downfield across the 50-yard line into Penn State territory. Coming up to make the catch was Rich Drayton, number 83, the freshman from Philadelphia.
Well, you know, sometimes Thompson is not known for his passing, only completing 40%. Sometimes an average passer will perform well in bad weather. Let's see what happens today. About a
13-yard pickup. You see Drayton make the diving catch in Penn State territory. That is the first down offensively that they have picked up. They did have the first down by penalty. At the 47. McNair into the middle. Across the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Darrell Washington again in on the tackle. McNair has already carried the ball 10 times. He has 22 yards to show for it.
Last week he carried over 40 times. He's that strong. And what Temple is attempting right now is to muscle Penn State's defense.
Chris Chambers, number 9, now under the line. And a wide receiver, number 9. He's split to the bottom of the screen. Thompson on the keeper this time. He's got some room. Dropped at the 31-yard line. Thompson faking to McNair. Chismar and Henderson teamed up on the tackle, but it's another first down for the Owls, who have a drive going. The Lions defense stiffened, so Bill Wright is in to attempt a field goal. Make it a 46-yard field goal attempt by Bill Wright. He has been hot. 6 of his last 6. 3 in each of the last 2 games for this junior from Philadelphia. Against the wind. It's long enough, and it is good. The game is tied. The field goal from 46 with 3:21 left in the first quarter has tied it. After the Temple field goal tied the game at 3-3, Matt Kisner was intercepted on Penn State's next series. Temple moved for a field goal attempt, but the kick was wide, so the first quarter ended with the score Temple 3, Penn State 3. We'll be back right after this.
Penn State, the faculty, has a winning tradition, including this plant pathologist. She's one of the country's leading researchers on the effects of acid rain on food crops. And this gerontologist, his research is changing our attitudes on aging and intelligence. And this acclaimed artist, his metal designs are featured in museums around the world. At Penn State, we're proud of our faculty's winning tradition.
Quick pass, complete. Roundtree has the first down at the 35, works his way out near the 38-yard line. Ray Roundtree just turned it up quickly, took the quick pass. Shannon Worthy made the tackle, but it's a Penn State first down.
That was a good audible by Kisner. He saw everybody up there tight single coverage, and it was a hitch play. Watch, Roundtree just goes down about 3 yards, turns around. Enough of that first down, makes the reception, gets his shoulders around it to get upfield a bit.
That is his 8th catch of the year. Ball at the 38-yard line, a gain of 10. It'll be 1st and 10 for Penn State. Green, the fullback, with some room at the 40, the 45. Works his way across midfield into Temple territory. Great running by Green. First man through, popped it quickly, then stayed on his feet long enough to work it down into Temple territory.
Isn't he a tough runner for a little man? I don't say he's little, but as fullbacks go, he's little. He's about 192. Watch the quick pop, the quick trap, and watch him bounce off. Actually, the defensive man played the trap well. Try to close it down, but this is just sheer determination by John Green. Keeps his balance and gets upfield.
A 15-yard pickup at the 47 of Temple. It's first down. Green in the slot. Here's Thomas spinning across the 45 down to the 43-yard line.
Coming up later, the offensive player of the game will be presented exclusively by the Bell of Pennsylvania Yellow Pages. It's everything a directory should be.
Roundtree and Timpson, the wide receivers.
Here comes a blitz all out.
Kisner steps up, throwing for Timpson. He's got it at the 10. Spins inside the 5-yard line. Kisner finds Timpson inside the 5. Penn State will have 1st and goal, a 41-yard pass play.
Well, I'm so happy he threw it to Michael Timpson. On the other side of Roundtree, they were looking for Roundtree. Now, that's an excellent throw into a heavy wind. And watch Timpson come back to the ball. He's a great receiver. And it's an all-out blitz. They did a great job pass protecting the all-out blitz. And here's where a penalty backfired on you. Normally, if they didn't get the penalty, they probably wouldn't have gone deep on this play. Watch him come back to the inside and get upfield. He's an excellent receiver.
So they go to the power backfield, bringing in the other fullback, Sean Borowski, number 34, the pitch to Thomas. He'll score for Penn State. Thomas from the 3, the Lions take the lead.
They just sealed off the inside, kicked out on the outside. Borowski makes a good block, and in goes Blair Thomas for the touchdown. And let's take another look at this play. Penn State operating out of a power I against Temple's goal line defense. Now watch the offensive lineman block down, seal off everything to the inside. And Blair Thomas gets 2 excellent blocks from the fullbacks. Green was one of them, kicks out on the corner, and Sean Borowski, the sophomore, leads up for an easy Penn State touchdown. At the end of the game, we'll select the defensive player of the game, sponsored by Michelob, Long John Silver's, and Daly's Juice Products.
After the Penn State touchdown made it Lions 10, Owls 3, Penn State's defense forced Temple to punt. The Lions have the ball again. Coates and Alexander both at the bottom of the screen as Green is in motion. Leading for Thomas. 35, 40. First down as he rolls to the 45-yard line. Again, good, strong running. Chisholm made the tackle after a 16-yard pickup.
A little comment about strategy. Penn State's putting a wingback to motion to the wide side of the field. He seals off the corner. Then they break the tailback against the flow of the man in motion, against the grain, and Blair Thomas just does it so well.
First down 10. Ball outside the 45-yard line. From the I formation this time. Still Coates and Alexander, the wide receivers. It's Green, the fullback. Tries to get away from a blocker who was straightened up by a man and winds up picking about 3 yards on the play.
Well, that time Wisniewski was stood up by his defensive man. I didn't see who it was. You can't do that. And actually, he was driven into the backfield, and it was a nice move by Green to get upfield at all.
He gets a couple of yards on the play, maybe 3. Very close to 3 yards.
Watch him bounce off Wisniewski here and get upfield. Good determination.
Inside 7 minutes to play. Clock continues to move here in the first half. Alexander, the man in motion. Thomas with some room on the left side. Across midfield. fighting his way forward to the 45-yard line of Temple, possibly just short of a first down, as Shannon Worthy, number 25, made the tackle.
Well, where they're attacking Temple is at the outside, on the corners, and Blair's getting some nice running room, and if it continues, I expect them to break one all the way. Let's watch this. Now they run the counter. That's Sickler pulling into the side of the motion. There's Sickler in front of Thomas. Tries to make the cut back to the inside away from Worthy, the defensive back.
And they'll go to the power formation now with Borowski in there along with a couple of tight ends on third and short yardage. Borowski, the extra fullback, along with Green. Thomas follows their blocking. First down, he gets outside.
Goodbye.
Inside the 30, the 25. They cannot catch him. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. A 45-yard run by Thomas.
Let's take another look at this play. Penn State operating from a power eye against a short yardage defense by Temple. Gets excellent blocking up front and two good blocks from their fullbacks, Green and Borowski. Now watch Blair Thomas turn on his speed. This is something you cannot teach. He's in third gear, just about here. Looks like he might get caught by the defensive back Worthy, but watch him go into overdrive and turn it on, and he goes 45 yards for a touchdown. Brilliant running by Blair Thomas.
There was no further scoring, and the first half ended. Penn State 17, Temple 3. We'll be right back with a special feature from Roxanne Stein right after this.
College can bank on an extra $3 million after every home game. And these fans aren't complaining about how much money they shell out on these weekends.
Against the wind in the second quarter. Same thing to begin the third quarter. The Nittany Lions have the football deep in their own territory. They're on the move again against the wind. First and 10 at the 5. Alexander in motion. Two tight ends. Thomas has the football. Makes one move in the backfield. Dances across the 5 to the 10. Out near the 15-yard line, very close to a first down. Wasn't much there, George, but he turned it into a 10-yard pickup.
John, there wasn't anything there. That's just great running that you can't coach. There's nothing to the inside, took it to the outside, cut back to the inside. Makes a first down.
And we have some guests with us up in the booth. Brian Seiberling and John Schaefer have joined us. Second down 9. Alexander, the man in motion. Green, the fullback, at the 20. Still on his feet, he has a first down. Out near the 29-yard line. John Green refused to go down.
Well, that's the crowd showing their appreciation.
Credit Green with 13 yards on the run. He has 36 on 6 carries.
Okay, just watch the sheer determination of this kid. I haven't seen it too many times up here in Beaver Stadium. The fans got on their feet and gave him an ovation for his determination.
John, you were talking about him a little bit earlier, a young man who's really come into his own.
He's a phenomenal kid, both on and off the field, and it's just a great opportunity, a great, contribution. He's just played awfully well.
Kisner in trouble at the 20, works away from trouble and falls down. Trying to find some open space. He was looking downfield. Green was down there. Alexander was deep, but nobody was open. Brian, what about the job of defending a national championship? That obviously puts a lot of pressure on this ball club to match the great year of 1986.
Well, I think so, but I think they have to develop their own identity. They can't be living in the shadow of last year's team, and I think they're doing a good job of that. They're making a lot of people forget a lot of the players from last year.
Now, don't count on it. Not yet.
Not yet is right. I had too good of a time at the Fiesta Bowl to forget that.
The one thing, Brian, we haven't seen much of this year at Penn State, they haven't gone to their tight ends too much. You got to give them some tips on that.
Well, I think if, they did throw the tight end quite a bit last year, but they didn't do it early in the year. They did it later in the year.
In other words, they saved the best for last. Is that what you're saying?
Well, they're used when they're needed. They've got a lot of wideouts out there, and
they found out you were 6'7".
Not spreading the ball around pretty well.
The Lions of Penn State up by 2 touchdowns here in the third quarter. Both touchdowns scored by Blair Thomas on runs of 3 yards and 45 yards. Thomas, the lone setback. Coates and Alexander both to the far side of the field. Kisner with time, throws, got a man open. Coates, touchdown! A 21-yard touchdown pass. Kisner to Coates. The Lions have scored again.
Now, they brought Coates across the field on that, but Kisner shows a lot of poise, had excellent pass protection. When you have that much time, a good quarterback's going to find the guy.
After Penn State scored again to make it Lions 24, Temple 3, the Owls, aided by a penalty, moved into Penn State territory. Temple scored a touchdown, but the play was nullified by another flag. After an exchange of punts, let's look at the Penn State defense. Here's McNair being chased from behind by Bernier, trips him up.
What a great play by Schoenfield. Now, Bernier made the tackle, but they try to trap Schoenfield or hook him in, fold him in. Watch it here. Watch McNair here. Now, watch Schoenfield play off the block. All right, that's Bernier coming from behind that tripped him up, but Schoenfield was there. Got the initial touch on him. Oh, Schoen Wolf, pardon me.
At the 36-yard line, it is 3rd down and 6. Was looking for the trailing back. Kirkendall wrapped him up. He was looking for Maurice Johnson, who was trailing the play, but he never had a chance to put the ball to him.
Well, that's beautiful defense. You know, when you got depth like Penn State has, they seem to get stronger and stronger and stronger as the game goes on.
The teams traded punts again, and Temple moved for a 51-yard field goal on the last play of the 3rd quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it is Penn State 24, Temple 6. Back right after this.
Get free with your paid subscription Times Travel Set. 3 pieces of luggage and a...
The Lions are comfortably in front as the 4th quarter begins. However, Temple has the ball, and it's up to the Penn State defense to stop them as we pick up action in the 4th and final quarter. McNair at midfield into Penn State territory as he works his way down to the 47-yard line.
Well, obvious Keith Karpinski is out for the day, or else he would be back in that ball game because he would be basically playing on a tight end a lot. And Temple's making excellent yardage, running the ball to the short side of the field to a tight end side.
2nd down, a couple at the 47. Johnson in motion out of the I formation. McNair very close to a Temple 1st down. Inside 10 minutes on the clock. Penn State by 3 touchdowns. It's almost 3 touchdowns. It's 24-6 after the field goal cut the lead a little bit.
One other reason why Temple looks like they're running better, you got to remember Penn State's willing to let them run the ball to take time off the clock and not give them any quick touchdowns like Drayton almost got on that pass. So defensive strategies involved also relative to what kind of defenses you're using.
McNair had that big 200-yard plus game against Pitt earlier this year. He comes out of the lineup right now. Tom Quinn is now the lone setback. 1st and 10 at the 45. This is Quinn. Left-hander throws the football incomplete. He threw it behind Maurice Johnson.
Well, I tell you, that's an awfully tough thing to ask a guy to do. To sweep to the short side of the field, there's not much room for the runner. He has to pull up right away and throw. And the receiver doesn't have much room to break it out and up. And plus, Penn State was in a good defense.
McNair is back in there, along with Sheldon Morris, the fullback. Fake to McNair. Thompson's pass complete to Hinnant, the tight end, inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. Mike Hinnant, a senior from Washington, D.C., honorable mention All-American last year. They have not used him much, if at all, in the pass patterns this season.
He's considered one of the better, if not best, the best blocking tight end in the country. He's 253 pounds out of Washington.
It is 3rd down and 3. McNair on on the sweep. Short of a first down. Stacked up as he gets to the 36-yard line. Eddie Johnson is there, along with Pete Giftopoulos, number 90. McNair wants to go for it at the 36. It is 4th down and 1. The Owls from the Penn State 36-yard line. McNair and Morris, the running backs. Hinnant in motion. Thompson pitches to McNair. He dropped for a loss. The Lions have held. Brian Chismar, the hero, came through and made the knifing tackle that dropped him for a loss.
Well, Chismar broke through, got right into Thompson's face, made him pitch it. He had no chance to run the option. That's one way of breaking the option down. Make the quarterback pitch immediately so the play develops. The rest of the blue shirts were there to put the ball carrier down. They did not make the first down.
We move to further action with Penn State in control of the football. Timpson and Roundtree both come to the near side of the field.
Man-to-man coverage.
Tight end is Morosco. Kisner, quick pass, complete. Inside the 30-yard line, Sconyers made the tackle on Michael Timpson. Fans did not like the spot of the football. Right at the 30-yard line, it'll be 4th down.
Well, they're going to go for it. It's one of those left foot, right foot markings, and they're only about 6 inches away. I think they'll go for it.
Todd Young will join the lineup. 2 tight ends. And the 3rd running back in there. It's Brown, Borowski.
Last time they broke... Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Last time they broke this for a touchdown because they went to the outside. Let's see what happens here.
Here's Brown, first down. At the 25-yard line. Jarvis made the tackle, but there was enough of a crack for him to pick up the first down and keep the clock and the drive alive with 6:04 to play.
And he has a lot of poise. I've said it before. He doesn't rush. Watch him hesitate to look for the crack, finds it, breaks it back for the first down.
And Matt Kisner leaves the field. Tom Bill, the freshman redshirt from Flemington, New Jersey, will take over. Brown and Borowski, the running backs. Both wide receivers, Timpson and Roundtree, to the far side of the screen. Throwing deep and overthrown. There was a bump at about the 10-yard line, and once that bump took place, there was no way Timpson could get back to the football. Penn State's drive stalled, so Eric Eates is in to attempt a field goal. The spot here will be at the 27-yard line, make it a 37-yard field goal. The kick is up. Hooks back, and good. After the Penn State field goal made it Lions 27, Temple 6, the Owls have the ball again and are on the move. Thompson under the gun, dodges one tackler. Close to the line of scrimmage, throws, and it is not held on to by Drayton.
Well, I tell you,
Quintus McDonald was the man who had a shot at him. He got away from him, but downfield, number 83, Rich Drayton, could not hang on to it.
Well, what Penn State's defense did, because of the time in the game that's left, they didn't come up and pursue Thompson at all. They let him throw the football. Again, I said they just don't want to give up the big play.
2 out of 15 on 3rd down. That's the story, and that pretty much will tell you the story of what's happened so far to Temple in this ball game. Thompson's pass, they will convert this time. Inside the 30 at the 27-yard line. Downing on top of Drayton, but it is a first down for the Owls of Temple.
Good throw, good catch. Drayton split the zone. 3-man rush by Penn State. Keep the ball in front of you. Don't give up the big play. Watch it here. You'll only see 3 people coming. That's Bellamy, his nose tackle, and there's Drayton splitting the zone.
On the next play, the long, deep throw is too far. Kevin Woods is there. Number 2 defensively for Penn State. The ball overthrown, so it will be 2nd down and 10 at the 28. 3 minutes and 17 seconds left in Beaver Stadium. Some of the folks have headed for the cars and the heaters. It has been a bone-chilling afternoon in Beaver Stadium. Steps up now. Throwing on the run. The pass at the 5-yard line is complete. Collins all over the back of Andy Garzinski, but Garzinski was able to hang on for the first down at the 6. It'll be 1st and goal after the 22-yard pickup.
Once again, excellent throw by Thompson. Kurt Bernier was right behind him. He didn't see him. He was about a half an inch from grabbing his right arm, but he got it out there and fired it in for the reception.
Chambers and Pinckney now are the wide receivers. McNair the lone setback. 1st and goal. Fake to McNair. Thompson with room, dives, touchdown Temple. There was no further scoring, and the game ended. Penn State 27, Temple 13.
And now the defensive player of the game, brought to you by Anheuser-Busch, makers of Budweiser, Michelob, and Bud Light, by Daly's Juice Products, and by Long John Silver's Seafood Shops.
The defensive player of the game is lineman Pete Kirkendall. Pete is a senior majoring in administration of justice from Elmira, New York. For the 2nd week in a row, Kirkendall played well from his defensive tackle position. He had 7 solo tackles, 1 assist, 1 sack, and 1 tackle for a loss. Pete was a 3-time All-New York selection and Scholastic All-American at Southside High School. Congratulations to Pete Kirkendall, this week's defensive player of the game. We'll be back with our offensive player and more after this.